Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video I have one of my most anticipated and interesting theories of mine, I think, by far, at least in my own opinion, and what I think we're going to be seeing here by the very end of The Bad Batch, and how I overall really think the show is going to be ending. So without further ado, let's just jump right on into it. So a pretty interesting thing I think we've seen throughout this overall series and its episodes is Fennec Shand, one of the most interesting and coolest bounty hunters out there, I think, in my own opinion. Of course, first introduced in The Mandalorian Season 1, and then reappearing in Season 2 alongside Boba Fett. Now, that is something I think that we're very well going to be seeing here again in The Bad Batch, is seeing Fennec Shand and Boba Fett work together in some sort of shape or form once again. Not only that, but I think that's a huge thing that the show has already done and is going to keep on doing, is be setting up things here that we're going to see in the Book of Boba Fett that's coming out later this year of December 2021, and that kind of leads me on to my next theory or suspicion as what we're going to be seeing here as well. Not only are we going to hopefully be seeing Fennec Shand reappear in the Book of Boba Fett, we probably very well, since she was kind of in that little teaser there at the end of Mandalorian Season 2, but I think we very well could also see Cad Bane appear in the Book of Boba Fett as well in his live action form or adaptation, I guess. I think would be really awesome to see him. He's one of my most favorite bounty hunters out there, of course, and to see him reappear, especially in The Bad Batch for one thing, and then have him reappear in a live action form, I think would be even cooler and really, really awesome, especially since that's a really big thing I think that The Mandalorian Season 2 did, is bring a lot of animated, I guess, kind of characters into the whole live action spectrum of things, like Bo-Katan or Ahsoka Tano is something pretty interesting and big that we saw there. So I think that they very well could continue on that whole trend of doing that, and bringing it into the Book of Boba Fett is bringing another animated character into its live action form, being Cad Bane. So let's really break it down here and get into the main theory or suspicion here I have here for how I think the Bad Batch is going to end. And unfortunately, this is how I think it's going to end. I hope it doesn't end, because I hope we can get more seasons of the show, but I think, quite honestly, if this is how the show were to end, and if they were only going to do one season of the show, this is how exactly I would love for it to go down. It would kind of end alongside like how the Rogue One movie did, with all the characters dying at the very end, and then I think that's very well we could see there at the end of the Bad Batch, is have all the Bad Batch members die except for Omega, and then seeing that I guess Omega and Boba are pretty much brothers and sisters and siblings. I think that's something heavily that we could see and kind of focus on the plot for the Book of Boba Fett, is see that Omega tries to go off and find her one and only brother, her one other clone that she knows, being Boba Fett, and that very well could lead into the other whole idea of bringing another animated character into the live action spectrum of things. I think would be really, really awesome to see. Now, of course, this isn't how I hope the Bad Batch ends. I hope that they kind of go off and live happily ever after, and I hope that we don't actually see the end of the Bad Batch. I hope we get Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, so on and so on for many more years to come, because many fans have been loving this animated show, and including myself, I've been really loving it, and I think they've been doing an awesome job. But if this is the route that Dave Filoni and Disney was to take, or want to take, is with, I guess, only having one season and having all these characters die at the end, I think would be the really only way to go out, especially seeing that they don't really reappear anywhere else, like in the original trilogy, the sequels, or any shows. So that's kind of how I think that the Bad Batch could, unfortunately or fortunately, end in those terms and manners. Now, I'll kind of leave you guys here with one last final thought here. If that's how we're going to be seeing the Bad Batch end, is kind of, I guess, leading off to having Omega, I guess, meet up with her sibling clone, Boba Fett, in the Book of Boba Fett, why not add in a whole party of clones and also have Wolf, Gregor, and Captain Rex also appear in the Book of Boba Fett? I think would also be a really cool idea as well, but I'm going to leave that one for a whole separate video and go more in depth into that one. Guys, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions on this theory down in the comment section down below. Do you think this is how the Bad Batch could end if it's only going to be one season, or do you think it's just going to end some sort of other way, or what you guys all think? Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really does help with the channel, and check out our Instagram on Official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. The Force will be with you always. Peace out.